right, next up, we got JSX tool.
Okay. All right. And yay! Okay, there's the thing. Oh boy. All right, visual prompting is in the air. So what are we doing? We are building a React IDE inside of your browser. So I'm going to show you guys what that means by taking this web page that I threw together and some edits that my hypothetical designer would love me to implement. So what is JSX tool? First and foremost, it is a JSX inspector. So React is a special beast. I'm assuming many people here are familiar with what React is, but it has components. And the hardest part of a React code base is finding the line of code that you need to work on in the first place when you have to do style changes. So I just located this line of code, and my designer had asked me that she wants me to fix the padding top and the margin on this thing. So I'm not going to use AI for right now. I'm going to just switch into my IDE. And let's see, what do I have here? I got MT4, sorry, I've got the shaky demo hands. And okay, cool, we took care of that one. What's the next thing she wanted me to do? She wanted me to make this thing a lighter gray. So I'm gonna do that. I can, once again, go ahead and do gray 100. And I'm really just editing my React code in my browser, which is where every front-end developer wants to be. For the next thing, let's see, I'm gonna show you something cooler. So this thing is offset. So we can actually edit the CSS in memory, kind of the way that you can with the Chrome element inspector. So we have a full CSS editor that allows us to do something like this. We say margin 0, and we fix that. But now we want to save it back to Tailwind. These are like not permanent styles, so we can say save changes. And we're going to write to our agent, and you got your choice of models. We're going to go with Sonnet 4.5 because this is a demo. Oh, and you know what? And it missed. We're going to retry. Come on, come on. Don't let me down now. All right. And usually it's the reliable one. And with a little luck, it should actually have turned that into Tailwind, and we can review and see. That seems plausible. Cool, so we're good there. All right, so what do we have left? So the next thing we wanted to do was add a box shadow to this guy and this guy. So let's just kind of freestyle that. The first thing we got to do is actually get to this component. So that's tricky in React. Do you mean the reference, or do you mean the actual div inside of that component? And I'm going to say, can we add a box shadow to this? Oops. And with a little luck, oh, cool, we got a box shadow. All right, and then we can adjust the box shadow. So if we want it to be a slightly lighter color, or we want to increase the pixel radius, we can do that just like you do in the CSS editor. And once again, we can do that cool save changes trick. And once again, we're going to pray that the AI comes through, and it did. Whew. All right, now for the coolest part. This is actually my favorite trick. I use this all the time. So now we have to do the same box shadow on this guy. So we're going to say, I want to click into it. Whoops, come on, control. I'm going to actually select the outer div like this. I'm going to say, can we make this look, this have the same box shadow as, and then I'm going to tag that guy. I'm going to go here, hit enter, and we should be able to fire that prompt off. Really shouldn't have to think that hard this time. Okay. Voila. All right, and now for the final trick. For Launch Live, I wanted to do something for YC. So can we update this to look like, and I've got a little YC logo. And we should be able to put that there, and then we can fire that off. And with any luck, man, it's crazy doing demos with LLMs. Should be able to apply it, and we got our logo, and it is a little off. Let's try one more thing. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Can we make it fully rounded? That's the joy of probabilistic programming these days. And this time we're going to find out. Yay. Okay, cool. All right, that's it.
Got questions for Jamie? There we go. One right there.
I'm curious, what made you decide to bring an IDE into the browser rather than a browser into an IDE?
Well, I was honestly first just kind of working on a better version of the React components inspector, and like that was the motivation. Like, it didn't hit me until like a month in. Like, I just had this dumb thing on the side, and I started showing the source files, and I was like, it'd be really cool if I parsed the AST and like you could see the JSX lighting up, because that's all we really want to do. So I guess that's sort of the answer. Someone on Hacker News asked me the same thing the other day, and I think it could work the other way around. I don't know. This is just the path that I went down.
Cool. Any others? All right. Thank you, guys.